Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Beyond the Ordinary. And it's special because it's going to be pretty much all readings, y'all. So, yeah, Tiffany, raise your hand. Awesome. Y'all raise your hands. Get your questions in, prepare to go deeper with Cinnamon because she's still keeping the special offer of having these amazing transmissions that are available. And we'll get into the special offer later, but includes time for you to go deeper into session with her. So, but you're going to get a sample of that. We're going to, again, cover a lot of the live calls here as we go in. But Cinnamon, welcome, of
Yes.
course. You've
Hi.
been on for a while. Um, I wanted to ask you if there
Got
was a,
Crawfish down here with me, y'all. So if
oh,
you see
hi,
his little head
crawfish.
pop up, then you'll know. Crawfish is a little old man now. He's a rickety little old dude. So he likes to sit with me up here. So don't be alarmed if you see his little face pop up.
He's there. So I want to ask you from the last call, which is just what, a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Were you picking up on any themes that are like happening in this collective, in our group? Have you been noticing anything that is a pattern with the clients that you're working with?
People's psychic abilities are coming up for sure.
Yeah.
And they're receiving information in an easier way and it's clicking again. I feel like we've been kind of on our own there for a little while, like you're asking for signs and there's nothing coming. You're like, dadgummit, what the hell? I mean, we're out here on
Yeah.
our own. But I'm feeling that people are, well, their psychic abilities are really kicking up, but I don't think that people realize that's what it is.
Hmm.
And I always say, being psychic comes standard on a human, y'all. It's factory settings, it just, you got it. It's just how much are you willing to open up and allow it in without freaking out. Don't freak out without freaking out.
Hmm.
And I think that that's why I am good at what I do. And so I'm autistic, not arrogant when I say that. And I'm good at what I do because I'm autistic, because I know how to get out of the way. Because I'm like, I
Hmm.
don't know what I'm doing. This is what I hear in my head, so here you go. Like I
Hmm.
don't know no better, so I just say it. But I liken it to this, y'all. Like if you go into a restaurant and you look around and the ambiance is so lovely and it feels good and you're so excited because maybe it's a birthday dinner or something, you're meeting people you love, and so, oh, there's Crawfish, and so the mood lighting is lovely and maybe there's music in the background and people are laughing and you hear voices murmuring and glasses tinkling and somebody setting a fork down on a plate, and you sit down and the menu's beautiful and everything looks so good you can't even pick, and the food tastes divine and it smells so good, and so a couple weeks later when you're looking back on that incident, it's not it was the dude who put the fork down on the plate. That's what made the whole thing perfect for me. And that, I think that that's what people are kind of looking for when they go, well, I need to be clairvoyant. I need to be,
Hmm.
it's not, no, that's like some random dude putting a fork down. It's not about that. It's all the things. Because
Hmm.
when you look back on that experience, it's clairaudience, it's clairalience, clairgustiance, it's clairvoyance, claircognizance, it's clairsentience. It's all of these things that kind of smudge in together. And if smudge is not a word, it is now, so roll with me. And they all kind of smudge in together. So I feel like what we can do now is kind of zoom out a little bit and start asking ourselves, like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's a psychic thing that I did there. I don't
Hmm.
know. Like, if I feel the pull to do this, maybe that's a psychic thing. I
Right.
mean, because why not? Why not you? Like, oh my God, of course.
Actually,
It's not just
it's of
me.
course you. It's of course you.
Yes, yes, yes. And the
Yeah.
reason that I just do this is, and my life is magical just because I say it is. Because
Right.
you know what? My mama's going to be 81 next in a couple weeks. No, next week. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be 81. And she has always told me, doll baby, other people's opinions of you are none of your damn business.
Hmm.
So who cares what other people think? Be the crazy lady on the big moo which I've got on right now because it's 374 degrees out here. Oh my God. But like, be the lady standing in the yard with sparklers, and talk to your spirit guides. Who cares?
Hmm.
Who cares? Do
Actually,
what feels right
there's
to
a
you.
there's an awakening that's happening in our being ourselves. It may be
Ooh,
uncomfortable
that's
for
it.
people to receive because they're just not used to it. But when we break beyond the barriers, and this is what we're doing culturally, this is what we're doing across the globe, we're becoming more familiar with the unfamiliar, and it's not so strange, it's not so weird.
Scary. And it's not so
Yeah,
scary. And
yeah.
I think that that's why everything, well, I don't know if that's why, but since everything is crumbling, everything meaning, again, it's patriarchy and capitalism and religion and white supremacy and all of those things are super connected and that's all of the oppressive systems. And so since all that's kind of crumbling right before our eyes, some people are super freaking out and some people like me are going, oh, yeah, that tracks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so it's again like time for us to just wake up and be okay with it and really know that you're all right and figuring out what is it that your body likes and what is it that helps it feel, my favorite things in the world, safe, seen, and supported.
Mm.
When is the last time you've really, really felt safe, seen, and supported? And I didn't know that I had never had that. I didn't know until recently. And I'm like, well, shit, that caught me off guard. I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I didn't even know that was a thing that you could have that. You can freaking have that. You can have people around you who don't judge you. And how do you get there? Boundaries. And quit freaking judging yourself. Hello, people, quit judging yourself.
Mhm.
Just stop it. We're all down here to screw up. That's the point. So you can make 9 million mistakes and maybe the 9 millionth and one, you go, oh yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Perfect.
Well, making mistakes is a sign that we're being creative. If we're not making
Yes.
mistakes, we're not in our creativity. We're not expanding our consciousness. We're in robot mode, just trying to maintain the status quo as
Disassociation.
as the systems have taught us, as the mechanization of society has taught us to be
Yeah.
for the benefit of culture, for the benefit of
Yeah.
the control culture. And I say culture in an environment that supports that everybody is safe, but for everybody to be safe, the individual can't be dynamic, can't
Yeah.
be exploring. Um,
Well, and I definitely, they say, ooh, this is a safe place. Safe place. I can't even speak. And I am not that for everybody. I pick and choose with whom I give safe space.
mhm.
So if you come to me angry, bitter, judgmental, unwilling to change, superior, humorless, and feeling that you know, you know it all, then like, I am not your safe space, honey. Let me tell you. And I can see right through you too. It ain't rocket surgery. You see, if I feel right through to what you got going on in your heart. I'm never, ever, ever going to be rude to somebody on purpose. I don't think it's in my genetic code. Just don't. But I will absolutely call you out on everything that you've got going on in you, which is terrifying to people who are, feeling superior and elite, and they don't like me.
Well, the cinnamon, I think that's actually a great point that you bring up because if we even remove the individual out of it and we take it down to an energetic component, that not being a safe harbor for the lack of truth, not
I
being a
am
safe
not.
harbor for entities that would impose themselves to manipulate you for their own benefit. And I truly believe that we're at a point that we have to choose. Are we going to continue entertaining those entities, those illusions, those that would take power, authority, energy from us for their own sake? Are we willing to stand up to our own truth and
Yeah.
be the safe harbor for that truth, but also not hold a lot what I've seen in our spiritual community? We're so loving, it's all love and light, and let us hold it, and it's okay. It's like, no, really. And
No.
that those boundaries that you were speaking of earlier, it's like I'm not a safe harbor for these energies.
No, I am
I
not.
think that's really it's a call for me of really being sober of the energies that we're choosing to have relationship with and what we're choosing to call into our lives.
Yes, and have rules. I didn't know
Yeah.
you could have rules. My entire life, I did what was right for the other person. without fail. And
Mm.
now I'm realizing, hey, wait a minute, shit, I'm a recovering people pleaser. That is
Yeah.
just like, no, 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 no. And I grew up, obviously, like y'all can't tell, in the South. I'm a Mississippi girl, born and raised. And so, women and children, don't be ugly, be sweet. If you ain't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And so this is how I was raised. And so now I am not nice. Full stop. I am not nice. I am kind. I am kind to the ends of the earth and beyond. But I am not nice, because nice is where predators live,
Mhm.
and I will not allow them. And this is what I decided in my little brain pan, I think last year. I'm like, okay, that's it. I refuse to set myself on fire to keep you warm.
Mm.
Never, ever,
Nice.
ever, ever again. And this includes like living, dead, little entities, whatever the hell you got going on. Because
Right.
the rules are rules are rules all across the board, Whether you got some dead person up in your house scaring the bejesus out of you, they don't get to be there either, right? You wouldn't let some living dude come up in there and go, "Ugh," freak you out. Like, no, get the hell out of my house. Who the hell do you think you are? No, I'm going to sage the shit out of this place. Get out. So I feel like it's rules across the board, and I just don't see any difference between, and I don't know if that's autism or what, but I don't
It's
see any
not.
difference at all, right? I think it's just spirituality, but I think I don't see any difference at all between non-human animals, human animals, non-living, living, like it's all the same. And I
Mhm.
treat everyone with respect and honor until you come up and purposely rub my fur the wrong way, and then it's like, no, you don't get to come up in my business anymore.
Mm.
And it was really life changing for me
Yeah.
to
It's
to choose me,
well,
you
it's
know?
discernment. It's really having enough information to discern now and being willing to embody it and just going, wait, I
Here's
just
hoping I have enough information. I mean, I don't know, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, but that
well,
makes
but
sense.
you have enough to discern to know that's not right and that you can say that
Yeah,
that's not right.
yeah. And
You
I'm
have
lucky
that.
because that, again, it just truth falls out of my mouth.
Right.
And
Amazing.
this is, again, this
Let's
is why I
have
keep getting fired from jobs. I can't have a job.
well, you've
Because,
got this job. You're
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah,
You're
no,
not being
thank
fired
goodness.
here. So
Because if you
we're
tell the boss, why do you talk to people like that? That's horrible. You need to mind yourself. What are you thinking? You can't just do, oops, yeah, I don't like
let's go to some live calls as we
that. Okay.
promised. So let's go ahead and start taking some readings. Y'all raise your hand if you want to ask questions. It's gonna be mostly readings today. Um, and Cinnamon is off her special offer. We'll go through it later, but you can book your private session, go deep in session. Highly recommend it. We'll go through that in a little bit. The link's in the chat box if y'all want to book now. And Denise, let's start with you. Welcome to the call. And find your unmute button, please. There you
Yes.
go.
Hi, how are you? I was on your call last week. It was so much fun. So I had to get
Yay.
back here. And hi, John. So happy
Hello.
to be here. I
And
have
oh
two
my
things.
God, where are you from? Where do you
I'm,
live?
you could tell, New
Of
York.
course. Yeah, of course. I love it. I love it. So
I'm
what,
up.
how can I help you? I'm
Okay,
excited.
two things. Two
Yeah.
things. I'm one of those happy people. I don't have too much going on that's sad. However, I do. Something spectacular is supposed to happen to me, astrology wise. A change, something really good. I'm wondering if you get something there. And then I do have a heartache after that. I want to ask you about.
So, and is your mama still here?
No, long
Okay.
time gone.
Cause I feel chills all over my body for confirmation for that. She's saying, just, okay, let me ask her. She says, you know you've done the right thing. You know you've done the right thing. And I'm hearing from her, no such thing as heartache.
Mm,
That's not even real. That's just disappointment in a person because you remember them from before and they behaved differently and now they're behaving a fool and you're like, what are you thinking? So it's just this disappointment, and I know that there's loss connected with that heart for you too. But she's putting her hand on your heart and she's showing me a blue blanket. I don't know what that is.
my
Um,
son's, it's my son. My son is, we're estranged. I'm estranged. My whole estranged from my son.
Okay, so she's holding that blue blanket, putting her hand on your heart, going, you know what? It really is okay, and we're all going to talk about this later. And she's saying make some tea. I don't know why she's saying that,
I
but
drink
make
tea.
some. Okay,
I do
good.
drink tea.
Like Make some tea, sit down, and she will give you information in your head and your heart. And I have chills all over my body for that. And I feel like it's one and the same, right? The wonderful thing that's coming and the estranged person, it's going to shift. And how it's going to shift is you saying, here's what I'm. Okay, well, let me ask, because I don't want to mess it up. You telling this estranged person, hey, I love you unconditionally. Here's what I've been working on in me. And I would just love to chat and let it go. And then you back off, and then it may take months. So, because it's not about receiving because you want to receive, right? It's about laying the truth out there and go, hey, holy wow, I really love you. No matter what you do, say, think, or feel, I love you. And I would love to talk to you. If you never want to talk to me again, you know what? That's okay too. That's all right. And your mama will heal your heart. Your mama will come in and heal your heart. Being still in your kitchen and drinking that tea, she will, if you allow her and ask her and say, hey, will you please come help? She will, and she shows me like, how very New York is this? She showed me scaffolding, right, over the top, the front of the building there. So because like she's going to be repairing or whatever. So ask her in and let her repair. And she says she can help repair the relationship as well.
Okay, so the bottom line is I should reach out because I have, and I got rejected.
And that's okay.
And I should reach out again.
Because, and I feel chills all over my body for physical confirmation. Sure, absolutely reach out and not expect anything, because this moment in time is just like when they're little bitty and they go, no. And so not diminishing this adult child of yours is what they have going on. I'm just saying, from your perspective, it's the same, because from your perspective, it's I love you enough for the both of us.
Okay.
I don't care what you can hate me to the ends of time, and I love you enough for the both of us. Like you would a little one. And then see what happens.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God, of course.
So many blessings to you and John. Thanks so much.
Blessings to you as well. How wonderful. I love that advice. Yeah, be the love that you're hoping to receive. Just so amazing.
And throw it out there. And every time you think of them, just throw that love
Constantly.
out. Yeah.
I do that.
Yay.
Yep.
Good job. Drink that tea then. Have that cup of tea with your mom.
I will.
It's really specific.
Right. Amazing. All right, Denise. Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
Deb Ree, welcome to the call.
Hello. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Cinimon.
Hi.
I'm so grateful to be picked. I do have two questions, if I may. One is about your feelings on a physical issue I'm feeling in my throat area, and the other is about a major fork in the road in my life at the moment, and I'm really seeking guidance because I'm usually quite connected and I can't see.
And that's okay. And you're in America now, yeah?
I'm now in New Zealand, but I'm Australian, so
yeah. I can tell. Right. I can hear it. Yeah.
Of course.
And good on you. But I feel like that the throat is connected to your heart.
Okay. Good.
So and it can't come out because this in the heart. Well, it's also that you've not allowed it to come out, but don't get mad at yourself, because I feel like that was for a reason. Because if you would have allowed all your truth to come out before, it would have been not good and like catastrophic. It feels like with business and family and like all the freaking things. But now I feel like it's safe to speak the truth. And now I feel like, can you please help? Your lovely little body's been working so hard for you, Can you please allow it, little bits of the truth to start coming up and out in a way that is, I feel like you can say it in a way that is palatable for others to hear, and this will help your throat. Physically, you can just do what you need to do, doctors or whatever, but I feel like spiritually, and hold on, because I feel like this is connected with past life thing for you as well. And I feel like you were a woman in that life too. And I feel like you were French and that they drown you. They drown you. This was like long time ago. Because you spoke your truth. And the reason they're showing me that, the reason they usually show me that is because that's where it kind of came from. And so if our psychic immunity is not, if our psychic immunity is low in this lifetime, then the old stuff that happened to us can come cropping back up. Like, oh, there goes my knee, there goes my shoulder, well, there goes my throat
It
again.
has.
So
Yeah, it's cropped up a couple of times this year, and I've noticed
yes.
when. And I did do a check with a doctor, and I could find nothing.
Yeah,
They
no,
said,
I know.
yeah.
And I feel
Okay,
like it
thank
was a feeling like a betrayal and a broken heart and you spoke your truth and then you got hurt anyway. And so when you're feeling this happen, when it's cropping back up again, the physical manifestation of this, can you say, hey, you know what, spirit guides of mine, will you please fill that old lifetime with light and love? And I forgive everybody attached to, if you want to. You ain't required to forgive a
Yeah.
dead person.
No, I'm doing it now.
But-
I'm ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Because
Thank
it just does help. And
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask them now that, to come in and assist with that. Because I don't understand. It's like let me just pull it out. Whoop, there we go. Because y'all know I do all this physical shit too. I haven't done this on this show before, but I could like pull all kind of mess out. I have no idea how I do it, but it works. I don't know. Y'all, I was on the TikToks of it all, and I'd have all the skeptics come on because I do a live. They go, yeah, my knee hurts. What are you gonna do about it? And I go, okay, it's your right knee, isn't it? Let me pull that out. Then they'll type back in like, oh my God, how did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. You were asking the wrong person. I don't know how it works. But at any rate, let me pull it out of there because I feel like it needs to come out the front and the back, which is future and past and all of this stuff, just all crunked up in there. But actually, that may be way better right now because I just pulled it out.
Yeah, I do feel better. Yeah.
Yay, good.
Thank
And
you.
ask your
Thank you.
guides for help. That's why they're
Yeah.
there. We need to ask them
Yeah.
way more for all the things,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's coming up for all of us too. It's not only speaking our truth, but asking for help, saying it out loud, asking, and then receiving said help without feeling like shit about it.
Right.
Don't feel guilty about it.
I think that's really what you were speaking about at the beginning of the call. Like, what are the trends? What are people being aware of? That we're waking up, we're waking up more to our psychic ability. But what if we rephrase it? And it is a psychic ability. But what if we rephrase it that we're waking up more to the connection that we have with our guides and how we translate that information in our
Yes.
body? Because Deb, I think you already had the answer that Cinimon was giving you in lots of different ways. I think if you really tap into your intuition, your knowing, Cinimon may be giving you confirmation, maybe a broader perspective that allow you to feel more comfortable in your decision making. But all of y'all coming on and asking questions, y'all already know.
Well, I think
totally.
it's because of this fork in the road, to be honest, that it's clouded.
Yes.
I've got a decision to make.
But here's the thing with that. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I'm getting all excited. So roll with me. But you said like you lost the connection. So really what you're looking at is clarity. What you want is clarity. And they're making your throat hurt because it's a speak your truth and ask for clarity. And then the messages will, and then freaking pay attention, would you? Because they're like, holy shit, she's so stubborn. We're giving her all the things and she's like, la 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 la. So just like ask it and then back off. And I think too, like we were just talking about Denise's mom, like back up and allow it to happen. Don't like, I need it to be this and I have to have this decision by then. And no, you don't got to do a dadgum thing. You really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And then when it comes to make that decision, you go, you know what? I'm not even going to make one. So how do you like them apples?
I'm actually right there at the moment, and it's a separation, and there's a time frame on how long does it take to decide which way you're going.
And I feel like always the answer to that is what feels the calmest. Where in your body does it feel the calm? And can we just close our eyes if you want to do? Let's just close our eyes for a second and take a deep breath. And let's tune in with our bodies. What is going on in your body? Are you tight anywhere? What does your throat feel like? Is your neck tight? What about your chest or your belly? How do your shoulders feel? What about your hips and your legs and your ankles? Just take a deep breath here And if you can imagine just, well, let's do this. Let's just sit under. Imagine in your mind's eye you're sitting under this waterfall of light. And you just allow this waterfall of light to wash over you. Any indecision that's been swirling around in your head, any cloudiness or uncomfortableness or any aches or pains, just let that waterfall of light wash it away. And you can, in your head, just ask your guides, hey, can you please give me clarity? Just give me clarity. That's all I'm looking for, is a peace and a well-being and a safety and comfort inside my body. And I release any fear about making the wrong decision. There is no wrong decision. There isn't a wrong decision. And so maybe, and not maybe, I think it is, but I don't like to tell anyone what to do, but wouldn't it be nice if you could make decisions from this place, this calm, neutral knowing, and you ask your body, what's the best for me? Where is the ease and the flow? Because that's the secret, isn't it, to decision making. What feels like flow? What feels like ease and comfort and safety? Which decision allows me to be at peace and comfy in the skin that I'm in? Which decision feels tight? Ugh, yuck. That's not the one that you want. So really, it's not about what should I choose or what should I do, or it's what feels the best? What feels the best for my body and myself? Not what feels best for everyone around you. What feels best for you? Just whenever you're ready, open your eyes, but that's how you make a decision from that place. And then I feel like it's oh, well, that makes sense. Because when you ask your body, and your body's the greatest oracle you'll ever have. And when I thought about moving out of Los Angeles, I said, okay, I'm going to have two options. I'm going to stay in Los Angeles, or I'm going to move into the unknown where I don't know anybody and drag my teenage son with me. And when I had thought about staying in Los Angeles, though, my throat got so dry and tight, and then my chest got tight, my belly got tight, and I went, oh, that feels, my body is going, red flag, you knuckle dragging mouth breather, would you move the hell out of there? What are you, dumb, like stop. And then when I thought about moving to a new town, don't know anybody, dragging my teenage son with me, having to pack all the things myself and clean the thing and the moving, oh my God. And I was panicked, but underneath the panic was this feeling of, oh, what if we love it? What if it worked? What if it, like, I don't know, what if we really could thrive there? And maybe, and you know, LA will be there. And if we really hate it, we could go back. Like that's, and so it was that fluttery excitement, that's the one I chose. Because I feel like I feel like, Deb, your decision making is, what am I supposed to do versus what am I supposed to do for me? What does everybody say I'm supposed to do? What is a woman of my age, where I live, what I do for a living, what is she supposed to do? It's like you're outside looking in. What if you just behaved like a toddler and went, no, that's gross, I'm not eating that. I want the mac and cheese. Screw it. Do what feel, because you know the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Do what's most funnest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and I feel like I'm
I-
not supposed to tell you because we'd screw it up. You know, this whole point of all this is you making a decision.
Deb totally has
Right.
it. He has
I
it.
mean,
You got it.
yes, she
And
does. And you know,
Yeah.
I want to add to that just for everybody. I was talking with a client yesterday, and she said that she was talking to another spiritual person, had gotten a reading, and they said, well, you have to do this, this, and this, and right, and I'm like, ooh, that makes my hackles go up. Like, you ain't got to do a damn thing, y'all, and don't listen to my ass, because you know what's right for you. And if anybody's telling you have to do this, this, or this, no, man, no, you do not. I mean, and me, you try to tell me what to do, it's like sticking a cat in a bathtub. I'm gonna hiss and scratch and like climb up the dadgum shower curtain and wreck the whole thing and take off, because you can't tell me what to do. But I feel like that is another theme. It's the stepping into being a grown up. It's the y'all don't need me. It's fun. Get a session with me because it's fun and wonderful, and you want some, clarity or something like that. But
I reached out to you for clarity, but same thing.
Because
but
it's fun,
it's
though.
nice. It's nice to have the confirmation. It's nice to feel our own wobble and land in our truth with the help of someone who really has our best interest at heart.
Yes.
And can read into the field of truth. And that's why it's so wonderful. That blessings to you. I see nothing but blessings for you.
You got this.
Thank you, John and Cinimon. No, it's wonderful. I'll go back to listening, but I hope that helped everyone too, because it's such good advice all around.
It did.
Yeah.
And she's 15 hours ahead of me, and I'm in like Southern California, so it's tomorrow morning for you.
It's tomorrow already. Yes, she's in
That's
the future.
crazy.
All right,
I can have a rest.
blessings to you.
Right.
Let's continue here. I want to get some more readings because I want
Okay.
to get in. Y'all, the special offer, the link's in the chat box. We'll get to it in a little bit. But Trista, I'm guided to go to you now. Welcome to the call.
Wait, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi. Hello. I am a fellow Southerner, so
Oh my God,
I appreciate
yay.
your accent. I'm actually from Georgia, but I'm living in Utah now. So,
Oh,
hi.
wow, that's a difference.
And I lived in Texas, so y'all keep saying y'all over.
Yeah,
Yay.
I can actually say y'all right there with you, and I understand baby doll and all of that.
Oh, yeah, doll
That's
baby.
funny.
Doll baby.
Roll
So
Tide.
Roll
That's right,
Tide,
Jen.
there you
Oh
go.
my God,
My
Roll
mom was
Tide.
actually a cheerleader for
Oh,
Alabama.
wow.
So too funny. Small
My
world.
mama, quick aside, my mama was a cheerleader back in her day for Delta State University in the southern, in the Delta.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they are the Fighting Okra. Kid you not, you
Okra.
cannot make this up. Fighting Okra. I got a t-shirt in there with a big old okra with boxing gloves on.
Is that
Oh
the
my God,
non-GMO? That's the
funny.
non-GMO okra, right?
Here's
The fighting
hoping.
okra?
It's organic. She's the Fighting Organic Okra. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. Trista, what's happening? What can we do? What are we doing?
Oh boy, there's lots of stuff happening, but I am just trying to figure out. I've been on a spiritual awakening for a couple of years now since my dad passed, and a lot of turmoil at work, and I'm trying to go in the direction of my true soul, and I'm just trying to find out if there's anything in my near immediate future where there might be a break in that turmoil. Pretty much.
Yes, and I feel like, again, it's you, it's boundaries and you doing what's right for you. And I feel like now, since we've had this conversation, you'll see it come up and you'll stop, and you'll go, no, we need to talk about this, or if I'm not going to talk about this with you, and if we continue to talk about it, then I'm going to have to walk away. Like that hardcore boundaries. And I hear in my head, holy crap, please understand there will be backlash. There always is, but it's good and you're worth it. Backlash meaning they're going to get pissed at you at your job. May lose friends. And because here's the thing, when you prop it all up like you've been doing, hey y'all, oh my God, I've got that. Sure, no problem. You want me to do that 9 p.m.? I've got you. I can do it. When you're everybody's friend, you're nobody's friend. So I feel like it's been propped up. And so you're going to take out all that. Well, it's enabling, right? You're going to take out all those props and everything's going to come crashing down. But thank God. Because don't you feel like that's what the turmoil is? It's your guides going, we're trying to crash and burn it so you move on and you freaking won't let us. Like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
And you're like, "Doo, doo, doo," and it's like spackle and duct tape, and you're like, forcing it to
Yeah, I
stay the
definitely
way that it is. But
definitely feel them pushing me to move on. That's
the
for
only
sure.
thing that is constant in the universe is change.
Yeah.
Like,
Cinnamon, I love for you to add to Trista, may I?
Hmm.
oh
Because the
yeah.
very first thing I heard, and it's just very, my guides are very direct lately, is to follow your spiritual path at all costs.
Yeah.
And there's
Because
I've
you're
been
there's no
looking.
there's
powerful.
no
I have been
negotiating. It
definitely
just
looking. It just, I
there's
figured it would have worked out by now. So,
it's
Oh, but
there's no negotiating. I'm just I have to say this. There's just you
yeah.
will lose. Your friends will adjust. You won't lose friends. You just won't have any resonance. The conversations won't match. You'll be like, why am I at this
yeah.
barbecue? I feel like I'm the only person who
Yeah.
speaks this language. Why am I going to that football game? It's like it's I don't feel like this doesn't fulfill me like it used to. You're
It
waking up from the
absolutely
herd
doesn't.
mentality that's the mechanization of society that's crumbling, and you can't deny that the veil's lifting out of your eyes, and you just can't pretend to be blind anymore.
My heart's not there anymore. I'm in
No.
a totally different ball game.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't deny
you
yourself anymore. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Simon. Yeah,
well,
please.
no, no, yeah, no. This is exactly what I was feeling too. And it's a well, really, if I'm being really honest, I'm gonna just tell y'all what I really heard in my head.
Please.
And it's like, would she just not get the fuck off and step into her power already? What the hell is
Yeah,
she doing?
same.
Stop it already.
Yep.
Quit hemorrhaging all of your energy so other people feel safe and comfortable in the skin they're in at the expense of your well-being. Would you knock it off? And it's like I want to pick up a crown and go, here, you drop this. Like, would you just stop it? And sometimes you got to straighten that sucker and remind them who the hell they're dealing with and put them in their place and walk off from shit that doesn't
Hmm.
feel correct anymore. And I think this is what we were talking about, earlier, is that like you with Deb, like you know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's scary. I ain't gonna lie. Like because boy, howdy, you worked your ass off building this whole life,
Oh, if money
and
wasn't a thing, I would have walked out the door like 2 months ago.
and I want to say too, because you said you thought it would come to fruition, and I hear in my head, and I feel like there is a missing component there, and I feel like the
Yeah.
missing component is doing really what you love.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not what you think, oh, well, this is what makes money, or no. It's like for realsies what the good part is. So let me ask you this. If you woke up tomorrow and got to do exactly what you wanted to do with your spirituality, and you
Mhm.
had paying clients, and this is just the sweet spot, just the good stuff, what is it?
It would be having an animal sanctuary, with horses and dogs and obviously I can talk to dogs and animals and stuff like that, but it would
So
all
this is why you're talking to me about this, right?
I yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, y'all know I've been working with animals professionally for, over 30 years. And I've worked horses and wolves and dogs and house cats and big cats, tigers, and you name it. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's incredibly possible. It's very doable. It's going to happen for somebody. Why not you? So why don't you just freaking do it already?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in with people who work with Bureau of Land Management, BLM, right?
Okay.
To work with the wild horses, because I feel like there's a rescue component there with the horses. And I mean, because I was in animal rescue from, I don't know, 1992 till now. I don't really do it anymore, but that's a long freaking time. But I have had thousands of dogs through my house, and this is
Yeah.
why they taught me everything. They taught me everything. And people go, oh, isn't that so nice that you get to train all these dogs? I'm like, are you nuts? No, they teach me. They are
Yeah.
all of my teachers, and I am just soaking it up, because I feel like you go
It kind
and
of
work with
had a
rescue
people
animals.
aspect to it too. I did have my own animal rescue at one point, when I lived in Atlanta. It
Did you get
was
burnout?
yes, absolutely. Which is why I want to kind of bring the people aspect to it also to help people at
So,
the same time. So
so let me
and a
ask
lot
you
of
this.
veterans and people with mental health issues be able to heal with horses as well. And so that's kind of why I want to tie it together.
So let me ask you this. In this moment, are you helping people who are in rescue with their compassion fatigue and caregiver burnout?
Not in my job that I'm at now. No.
No, I mean, I mean, as long as that feels good in your body, I say you could do that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
well,
absolutely.
I say you could do, no, that's not what I mean. I feel like that you could definitely do that. And I feel like you're just supposed to do it. Talk to all the rescue people and get in there and go, hey, I'm just going to bust up in here and do some energy work on some animals. Is that cool? And then you make all your contacts and then you go from there. Because like I say all the time, life is like connect the dots. We have no idea what the picture is. We're just trying to get from 14 to 15 to 16 to 17. You know, you only know what the picture is when you're out of here. And you
Yeah.
look back and go, oh, well, yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't know why I didn't see that shit before. But
Hindsight's always
so
2020.
yeah, so I feel like you just got to get in there and talk to all these rescue people because I feel like something in there will click.
Mhm.
Have you
Yeah.
already done it?
No, not yet. No.
And
Beautiful.
it's not where you are. I feel like it's Wyoming, Montana. You're going to be going up, up, up a little bit.
I was in Spokane last year, but I moved here to help out family. So,
You don't have to live, you can live wherever you want, but I see you traveling to go work at rescue facilities with people and their animals.
yeah.
Oh
Beautiful.
my God, fun. Ew.
All right, we're going to continue with another caller against a special
Thank you,
offer.
Trista.
Thank you
Tri-
both.
And Trista, for you and for everybody else, even though we know that there's big shifts happening in us, it doesn't mean that our whole world as it is has to implode all at once. There's adjustments that are going to be uncomfortable, but you being in your authenticity, that's empowering. And if people aren't comfortable with that, even as you're still in their field, like Cinnamon said earlier, it's none of your damn business.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cut them loose. And I have one more thing to say about that, and I swear I'll shut up. But I like I feel because
No, you
my
won't.
guides, I know I can't do it, y'all. It's called ADHD for a reason. But
That's why we love you.
right? Oh my God! Like, did I squirrel? Oh my God! But my guides told me forever ago with this people pleasing, because y'all know, I mean, that's just the way it is in the South. But my guides told me years ago. They said, "Who the hell do you think you are? How dare you enable somebody to not crash and burn? If they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do, how dare you not let them do that? Who do you think you are? Because they're just as powerful as you are."
They can't learn their lessons unless they do that.
Right,
So,
right. Or experience what they're, I kind of feel like it's not even lessons. I kind of feel like it's what your soul self wanted you to do
Mhm.
Yeah.
when you're down here. Because whatever, I mean, lessons, schmessons. Like my guides tell me to do shit and I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing it today. Like, whatever. Like, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But I feel like go with where there's the funnest bits.
Play.
And I've been
We're
to Best
being told
Friends.
to
I
play a
went there
lot.
earlier this year. Best Friends is awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, Trista, blessings
Thank
to
you
you.
both.
Have fun in what
Yay!
you're doing. Just it's yeah, again, all of y'all, I just see just like expansion. It's like we're so worried about everything. And I think that's just the old training. Be excited about the
Have
changes that are coming.
fun and
Have
be your
fun, be
own
excited.
guru. Be your own
Absolutely.
damn guru, because ain't nobody knows what's right for you but you. I could
Exactly.
talk all day long, which I
Let's talk
do.
let's talk about your special offer.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you find how I like that little N right there?
Look at that
Did you
segue.
find that? I just segued right into it. I had to.
Woohoo!
Had to. Y'all click on the blue link in the chat box. Book a session with Cinnamon. Get these recordings as well also. Trista, again, thank you so much. Cinnamon, let's go through. Well, and to access that special offer again, the links in the chat box or open up a new browser and type in beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace. Even easier than spelling cinnamon 33.
Everybody spells it wrong, y'all.
I do all the time.
Well, my mama wrote it down all weird. What are you gonna do? I was supposed to be
It's perfect.
Christopher. It was 1971. They didn't know if I was a boy or a girl. And I came out a girl, and they're like, "Oh shit! Now what do we do?" She just like
So
wrote it
tell
down
us about
weird.
this. Tell us about the special offer.
It's, you know what? I don't even remember. Let me think. It's an event that I had and we recorded it, and I think it's 2 hours. I may be
It
lying,
is.
but I think it's 2 hours. And then there's a big old good 20-minute in there of a meditation. I think it's 20 minutes, and it's a good one. It's like a heal your body, get all that funk out, and it's Whew, really soothe. I think I have another meditation in there, don't I?
You have two in there. I think I might
Oh,
have to
well,
share my
shit.
screen. What do you think? Let me see if I can do that.
Okay.
Um, because that's
He
going to
knows all
just
the
make it
fancy stuff,
much
y'all,
easier for all of us. Um, Here we
including
go.
me, because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, we were just
Oh
deciding to have fun
my
on today's call and do readings, so it's perfect.
God.
Um,
I look way better in that picture. Oh my word.
Whatever. What'd you say about judging? Yeah, we're not even gonna
Exactly, exactly.
practice what you preach, woman.
And you
But
know what? I don't even know if befriend the ego is it. I think I just didn't write it up there correctly. But that meditation I really love. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That meditation in there, I really like that one. And it really is it gets a bunch of funk out of you. Because I feel like Little Fox is there. It's a
mm,
visualization. We go into this lovely little garden, and I have Little Fox. I just call her Little Fox, and she comes in, and you pick her up and hold her, and she's been healing people like longer than I can even comprehend. It's just for me, she comes through looking like this beautiful little red fox, and she knows exactly what to do to get rid of any kind of ancestral stuff and like blocks and stuff that you want to bring in. And oh yeah, there's a stress relief one. That's like a shorter one, I think, and you can listen to that every day. Well, you can listen to whatever you want every day. That's not for me to say now, is it? But this is just a shorter one, and so you don't have to do a whole 20-minute or
so
yeah.
those
Go
two are
ahead.
$97, and then we get a 40-minute session with you. On
Yay!
top of those, if we decide for package B, and that's $147. And so Cinnamon in the sessions with you. So we haven't really spoken about the energetic healing. I'm glad you brought that on the call today. We haven't really spoken about too much about animal communication and you being able to interpret what's coming up through our pets and animals as well, if y'all are interested in that. But there's so much that you can tap into.
Yeah, I'm all the things, right? Like I'm all the clairs and I'm animals and all the things. And so if some and so each thing is different. Like if every single one of you get a session with me, every single one of you will have a little different session. So
Mhm.
John, I think last time I was like, "What do you do in your sessions?" And like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be because it's not about me. And today I had a session with a woman and her cat came through and her cat was like, I love her cat. Her cat was so rude to me. And they were like really hardcore and cutthroat. I'm like, damn, okay. But so maybe your animals come through, maybe your deceased loved ones come through, maybe your spirit guides come through, and maybe we're supposed to do a meditation and release a bunch of stuff. Maybe it's past life stuff. I
Mm.
don't really know because I'm just a little PVC pipe, it just the information comes through me and I hand it to you. So I don't take credit or blame. So whatever it is that you're needing is what will happen. So the only thing I ask is if you could let go of what you want to hear and you're open to what your guides
Mhm.
want you to hear,
Nice.
right? Because it may be different than what you thought.
Yeah.
So, but my whole existence is I'm here to empower you and inspire you.
Mhm.
That's why I'm here. So that's what you're going to feel after a session with me. And it's never negative, y'all, because let me tell you something. Many moons ago, when I started this shit, I had a dog. I was working with this lovely lady, and her dog came through and said, I have cancer. Don't tell mom. I'm like, no, 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 no. I said, full stop right there. And so now I
Mhm.
have this filter above me. And so it's their job to filter it. Because they say, whatever you put in my head, I say. Because I'm a big mouth and I have ADHD and I can't freaking help it. So y'all need to get your shit together. So and all the information that I give to you. So like if you're going to get into some car wreck on Tuesday, my guides will say, no, 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 you need to leave Wednesday because you're going to have no traffic and they're going to, bump you up on the plane flight and you'll get a better seat and you'll get a discount on the hotel and they'll make all that stuff happen for you too. So that's their kind of go around because they don't give me the negativity at all because look, I already have complex PTSD. I don't need any more stuff piled on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's all going to be positive and we laugh a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing sessions. Again, I can't recommend it enough. I reached out to Cinnamon before the shows. We spoke
Yeah,
two
get a
weeks before
session.
because I wanted
Yeah,
some
yeah.
insight. And it was wonderful and so spot on. And again, we've had so many. You can read the testimonials on the page, and y'all can see it here. She's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Take
Thank
advantage of the
you.
special offer. It's really at a great price, and the time with Cinnamon is extraordinary. The link's in the chat box. Go to beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace. You can find it there as well. But I cannot recommend it enough. Cinnamon, let's continue with questions.
Okay, let's do
All
it.
right. Jen, let's
What's
go with you. Hi, Jen.
Wait, where's Jen?
Jen.
Oh, there. Hi, Jen. I see you. Oh, are you muted?
She's muted. Find that unmute button, Jen.
I got
There
it.
we go.
There you go.
Hey.
I
You
put
don't
my
have to take
Alabama
your hat
on.
off for me. I'm no longer living in the South. You can keep that hat on if you want to. I do not care none. You're not offending me. So what's happening, Miss Jen? How can we help you? Oh, wait.
Any
Wait, can you say again? I think it was my headphones were being wonky.
I didn't hear it either.
Ooh,
We can't hear you, Jen.
ooh, where'd you
And
go?
she got disconnected.
Ah,
I think she'll come back.
Yeah.
Jilly, let's go to you. Hi, Jilly.
Jilly, I was just looking at your beautiful face, Jilly, and I'm like, I bet you
You
he's
got the
gonna
best
call
smile,
up Miss.
right?
Yes, I bet you he's gonna call Miss Jilly. So what's? Oh, can you unmute? There
I
you go.
can.
Yay! Well, like your shelf back there, I would have that filled with so much shit. I would like crystals and crystals and crystals. I'm a little out of control. Anyway, what's happening?
I love your out of controlness. It's just what I need today.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
have a question. I just had to come on because you're so much fun. And
Oh,
I
thank
just,
you.
that's why I'm here. And I know that you've got something for me. So have at it.
Fill that shelf with crystals, Jilly. That's what I'm. What are you doing? You're slacking off.
I should show you where my crystals
No.
are, but they're not on the
You-
shelf. It's true.
Do you paint though, for real? Are you a painter?
No.
Can you please paint? I
How
feel
about
like
finger paint?
perfect. Perfect. It doesn't really matter, but I feel like it will be muscle memory for you. Painting. I feel like you've done this before and before and before, and and you're going to be better than you realize. And so just take a class. Just like it doesn't have to be perfect, and so because I feel like for you it's creation. Please, please, please create, and you know, my whole life I didn't think I could sing. And I just, oh no, gosh, no, I can't sing. Turns out I can sing all the goddamn day long.
Yes, you
I had
can.
no idea. And I feel like the same is for you. So can you please paint? Can you, because I see you making pottery as well, like clay. And really, yeah, holy cramoly, please do the pottery. I feel like that's important. You've done that before. And I feel like you did that professionally. Woo! I have chills all over my body for physical confirmation for that. And it was kind of like a pain in your ass actually in that other life, because it was like another plate, oh, another bowl, another pitcher,
Boring.
like, you know, yeah, it's like, but I feel like now it would be really fun because it's something you can tap into. And they say the reason to do that is creation is all the same, isn't it? Right? Whether we sing or singing is just free. You don't have to have any stuff to do it. So that's why my poor animals have 9,000 songs apiece, and you know they're like, oh God, here she goes again with the singing. But I do it anyway. I don't care. And I also kiss them in the face, and the cat does not like it, but I do it anyway. But how rude of me. But I feel like creation is what gets you all of the things in the world. All of the things, they don't even have to be tangible things. It could be joy, ease, flow, laughter, your tribe coming in to find you and meet you. And when you're doing all of this creation, that opens up all of the energy, and then the good shit can find you. And people can find you. Your tribe can find you because you're no longer camouflaged. They go, oh my God, there she is. Yay, you're perfect for me. Like, I want to be your friend, you know? So I feel like, can you please do all of those things? Do you have a bicycle? Do you ride the bicycle?
Not right now.
Okay. Because I feel like you have a 3-wheel bicycle. It's
I have a
unwieldy.
stationary bike, but that's not the same thing.
But that's not fun. You need a little ching, 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 ding, ding, with a little basket on the front. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be fun? I mean, you can't turn them dang things. It's going to be a pain in your ass. But as long as you're in a straightaway, what fun. I feel, well, you're supposed to play.
Play.
Yes.
That's the word I kept getting. Play, play, play. And the energy
You're
just
supposed to
radiates.
play.
Yep.
It's like your aura expands like 100 times over when you're in play.
Yep.
And I need to do it too. So, you know, well, I'm kind of silly. I do walk around the house and I make my own self laugh. I kid you not. I'll be thinking something in my head. I'll like, like out loud by myself in the kitchen. Like, it's ridiculous. So I don't know. I feel like, because where did your silliness go?
My silliness went. It's now coming back.
Good. Yeah.
It is definitely coming back. And
Yeah.
it's why I'm Jilly now instead of Jill.
Nice.
Ooh, I
That just
love
happened.
it.
That just happened.
I love it.
All right,
And
Jilly,
it's
looking
also
forward.
Chili Beans and Chili Willy and Silly Jilly.
Perfect. And now you have to go watch Practical Magic, of course, because your name is Jilly.
Oh,
Go watch
forgot
Practical.
about that.
Yeah,
There
go
you
watch
go.
Practical Magic. Thank you. Go play.
Thank
Go
you.
paint something. Fill that
Great.
shelf with these big, beautiful paintings.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's great to see you, Jilly. Play, 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 and play some more. I'm looking forward to
Thank
playing with you.
you.
Yes.
Me too, John.
All
Bye-bye.
right, let's continue. Y'all, we still have a lot more callers to take. This is great. The special offer, get your 40-minute session, get the recordings. Amazing. Anthony, welcome to the call.
Hello.
Oh, there you
Yo.
are. Hi.
Hi. How are you all?
And where are you from? I can hear it in your voice.
Just south of London.
Love it. I have
Well, I
lots of friends that are Brits, by the way.
I live in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's very hot.
That's very south of London.
it is. Yeah,
Yes.
that's way south.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. So what's happening, Mr. Anthony?
Well, I have a 30% capacity in my lungs to breathe,
Okay.
which I want to do. I want to start doing things. I've been on the path since, well, Edgar Casey came popular.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I hear you. Uh-huh.
Yeah, been a while. And
Yeah.
so
Y'all all know who Edgar Casey is, right? Everybody
Yeah.
knows who Edgar Casey is. I mean, my
Yeah.
Lord. That's,
so
we don't have to tell anybody how old we are, Anthony. We won't
Oh,
say
I
that.
don't care.
I'm kidding.
I was never born.
Now, there you go. I kind of think we're just born and born and born and born and born and born.
That's
like
right.
new life, new life, new life. I feel like the lung capacity will get better in stages. I feel like it already has to some degree, even if the doctors don't notice it. It's gotten better to some degree. I don't know if you already feel that.
I was told it was grief. And,
Oh, it is. Yes, it is.
And I've been trying to. I've done work in my inner child, and I've tried to pinpoint what it was so that I could go there and ask. What I do is I ask my guides. I tell them I'm going to let go of it, and if they can dissolve it on all levels and dimensions, past, present, and future. And normally that's worked with a lot of other things, but it's like the grief thing is the missing thing. Now, my son did shoot himself about 3 years ago.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was.
And it's scary too. It just rocks your entire existence.
But I think I had it before then.
So can I ask you this? Can I work on you right now? Would that be okay? I just need permission.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And also I feel that, okay, so I'm going to do that. And I also feel that this is past life stuff too.
I do.
Uh-huh, I do too. So
Yeah.
let me ask your guides about that. And they say, yes, you are on a ship. And I don't know the year exactly, and I'm terrible with numbers, dyscalculia, but this is, it is a wooden ship, and you drown. So this is your lungs filling with water. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask your guides if we can please remove that. And it's funny that, I was a veterinary technician for 15 years doing emergency work in LA, and I'm seeing all the medical going on in your lungs, and I have this big syringe, and I'm removing and pulling things out. I feel like that lifetime is where this began. I feel like you have always had this with your lungs this lifetime. Something set it off. It was like we have the genetic components to do all the things. In our little DNA, we could have a tail, we could have like whatever. Like our little genetics are just always there. So this was there for you, and something clicked it on. And I feel like, have you worked with your healing team as well?
I'm not too familiar with who my guides are. I sort of come up against a wall with that. I don't know why.
And that's one of my specialties is introducing people to their spirit guides. And I love, let me just say this, I love people who have ascended masters and they talk to Mary Magdalene and all these fancy things. I don't really do that. My specialty is introducing you to your guide named like Jeff or like Becky or something like. So the guides I introduce you to are your like friends, and they're gonna kick your butt. Like, here's what you need to do that. Now stop this, and I love you, so I'm gonna tell you this. And so it's not intimidating.
No.
The guides, right? But I just throw that out there. You're not obligated to do that. I just throw that out there because I feel like your healing team could help you. Your guides have been trying to help you, and your healing team is there to help you. I have one more thing to say about that. And I feel like, because with anything physical, we can ask, hey, is this something that happened that I can fix? Or is this something that my soul self chose for me to experience, or both? And I feel like this is kind of both. Right? Like part of this is supposed to be there, maybe not to the degree that it is. Like you can heal it up more than it is, but it's always going to be there under the surface. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So,
it's like a backdrop.
Yeah.
It's that I think that a lot of people are very sensitive when it comes in through the back, that, and I can just feel it there. It's like, I wouldn't say a mist, but it's very debilitating.
Yes. Debilitating. Yes.
Yeah. And
a bit of a time waster. You have things to do.
Oh, I know I do, but then I run out of breath,
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, come on, we need to get this.
Can I offer something, Anthony?
I would love so. I would love it if you would, yes.
It's because your son's coming in and very, very strongly.
Oh God, really?
And yeah. Oh. He says that he's sorry and that he hopes that you can forgive him.
Well, we tried.
I understand, but just listen, and then come and listen with your heart again. I know there's a lot coming up, but the message is, I'm so sorry. I hope that you can find it in my heart to forgive me.
Oh, absolutely. I know.
And I can tell you, when you go deeper into and allow your emotions to express, Anthony, to fully just go in and just demonstrate your love for him.
Yeah, I do.
That your breathing is going to heal at least 10% more, at least, but there's a relief. But he needs you to know that he is asking for forgiveness from you.
Oh, he's already got it, believe me.
Well, then he just needed to hear that then.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny. You said it. It's, I forgive myself and all others.
And I forgive all of creation, yeah.
And I forgive all of creation. And, he's been like hiding in another room, and the door never opened, but I've just seen a blue light. So yeah.
I want you to do a ritual. I want you every day for the next 7 days, when you wake up in the morning, light a candle for your son, and just acknowledge him. And this is the process of the slow presence.
Yeah.
It's an acknowledgement. Is, I forgive you. I love you. You're perfect.
I love that idea.
And just do that for 7 days. Every day.
Absolutely.
Commit to 7 days. Do not skip one day.
No.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, is there something
And
else you wanted to
oh
share?
yeah, because I'm like getting all kind of funk up at your body.
Yeah.
So what I felt was, yes, it's lungs and heart because we can drown from a broken heart, you know, because this
Yeah.
is what edema is. Edema, well, the liquid can fill your lungs and fill your heart, and but underneath that, it was underneath that was the actual issue, and it was underneath your diaphragm, and it honestly looked like a steel ball that was under your diaphragm. I'm like, what in the world is that? And I tried pulling it out and it wouldn't let me. And so I said, all right, well, I'm just going to melt that sucker. And I melted it and it came out like liquid and it just poured right out. And then the energy could flow through your whole body, and it kind of came out the bottoms of your feet, and I stuck it down in the earth. And so you could get rid of stuff that you no longer need, because it's also like a burden on your back, like a heavy weight. And I removed all of that too. So here's hoping your body feels at least a little bit better. Whew. And here's hoping you can breathe a little bit better.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Oh my gosh, of course. I
Yeah,
mean, because you know what? We're
absolutely.
all in it together, aren't we?
I know, but the funny
Yeah.
thing was tonight that everybody was so happy and bouncy and thing, and who comes along at the end? Ta-da!
No, but okay, so I played flute for many, many years. Y'all, I got a scholarship, the whole thing. So I was a flautist. And when you're in an orchestra and a sustained note needs to be held, this is why we're all in it together. I hold my note,
Yeah.
and then when I need to take a breath, you take over for me.
I know.
Mhm.
We
And
are.
you need, yes, so you take a break and let me sing for you. Let me do for you, you know?
When I talk to spirit, I say, I ask for those higher octaves of life, and I think that's what we are. We're all notes,
Beautiful.
in the great Om.
Yes.
Anthony,
Really.
Thank
thank you so
you.
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Blessings to you.
And you
Yeah.
too. I
Mm.
think it's so joyous to be able to talk to people like
Who get it?
all of you, not just.
Yeah, and we all get it. Oh my
And
God.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
dear
you.
brother.
No,
Thank you.
thank you, Cinimon.
Okay.
Thank
Let's
you.
go on to our next caller. And Anthony, as you're muting yourself, when we go to the next caller, Allie, let's get you to unmute. And before you speak up, ask your question. I also want to share with Anthony. You say that you asked to be that light, but in your ask, in the love for your son and the receptivity, you are being that light. It's like what you expanded in me personally. And I'm sure other people felt it on the call also. As you expressed your love energetically, we were all lifted and buoyed by it.
Yeah.
I promise you that. So thank you for that.
Yeah, because I think even on your worst day, Anthony, you're a far sight more positive than a lot of people's best day. So I don't, yeah, you're
Thank you,
good.
Anthony. Allie, let's go to you now. Welcome. Allie
Oh, wait,
Lund, can
where
I
is
get you to
she?
unmute your microphone?
I can't see.
She's coming. Let me see if I can spotlight her. And
Oh, thank you.
there you go.
Did that work?
It did. Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Hello.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I was texting my son to please take out Crawfish because I think Crawfish has to pee. So sorry.
That's fair.
He's walking around going, oof, oof. I'm like, oh, you gotta go.
I know my dogs are all looking at me because it's dinner time.
Oh, how dare you? Yeah.
I know.
And if it's 15 minutes late, I mean, obviously they're just organs are failing because you've starved them. I mean,
Emma is
clearly.
positive, but you're right.
Oh yeah, you're a horrible mother. Horrible mother. Anyway, what's happening? What kind of questions do you have?
I don't know if I have anything specific. I just jumped on here last minute because a friend of mine sent me the link, and I divorced my husband 2 years ago, and after that, after working really hard to make sure my daughter and I would be financially stable, I lost my job 2 months after the divorce. And then recently I lost my house because my landlord decided not to renew the lease. And then, and that's after 13 years. I always got along really well with my landlord, so it came totally out of the blue. And then my car blew up. And so I've got my animals and my kid and my bed left.
Woo!
And I guess I just thought I would come on and let you say whatever you had to say. I'm also an animal communicator. I actually have a really similar story to the woman from Utah. I ran a rescue. Sorry, I've been sick for a couple days, so my brain is fried.
Well, and hello, not like your entire life just didn't freaking explode too. It's a diaper fire. Are you kidding me? You know, even if you're incoherent, we will all be sending you love going, holy shit, you're still here. That's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, well, I've always had health problems too, like unexplained health problems that like doctors.
Okay, let me ask you about that first and foremost. So, what do you do to get rid of all of the energy from other people? Like, do you have a spiritual maintenance kind of thing to get it all off of you?
I think I've got ADHD too. I don't like, I'm not good at setting a schedule, like doing something regular. Like I feed my dogs and I do, but it's like never at the same time. Like one of my dogs is just like beside himself because he just wants me to like set a schedule and always adhere by the schedule.
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
I know. I just don't have it.
Well, and I say that because I feel like this is not what happened with your life. What happened with your life is your guides going, here's all of the things we need to release so she can stand in her power. And I know that feels like the opposite of what's happening, but it really is what's happening. So all of the things are getting stripped away so you can actually make room for the good stuff that's coming for you. So
that's what it feels like, honestly. Yeah. It's just still really scary.
Oh my God,
not
of course.
knowing where my kid's gonna, I mean, my kid her dad is in the picture, but he's awful. So my house is the safe space.
For
sure.
sure.
He's the Disney dad. She loves him and all the things, but he just has her around really unsafe people, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you'll have another place and then another place. And then that other place is going to be really, you'll love.
Okay.
And
I wondered about that.
Yeah, because you need a hopping place to go here and then you go to the next. And I feel like you would have stayed where you were forever. So your guides were like, holy shit, just push her off the cliff. Like, because you were like, la, 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 I'm not doing anything. Because you needed that safety. But now I feel like you're, I mean, you know this, it goes without saying, you're much stronger than you realized. I mean, but you really for real are. And now I feel like your ADHD and the trauma are all smudged in together. And so go like work on polyvagal theory if you've not done polyvagal theory, if you've not like learned about that before. And you know what? Can we do that really quick? Can we just reset our vagus nerve? It only takes a minute.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So polyvagal theory, obviously it's your vagus nerve, right? This is your central nervous system. And if you're neurodivergent, if you're autistic or ADD, ADHD, it's challenging for us because we're really sensitive. And so we get thrown off by people, places, and things that don't vibrate well with us. So it's just animal husbandry. So here's how you do it. It takes a minute. So if you can, just kind of turn your head left and right just to see how far it goes. Just to see what your range of motion is. That's all you're doing, really. And now how you reset it's real simple. You just put your hands behind your head. Your face stays forward. Your eyes are going to look over to the right. You just find something to look at. Lock your eyes on that. You may feel a little strain, but it's not supposed to hurt or anything. And what you're looking for is a release, maybe a yawn, maybe a sigh, maybe your belly just gets loose, or maybe nothing, and that's okay. The first couple times you may not feel anything at all. And now that if you feel it getting a little bit of looseness, look on the other side, look to the left. Just look at something in particular, lock your eyes on it. Again, a little strain is fine, no pain. That's not the point of this. We're trying to reduce pain, not add any more. Maybe just take a big deep breath here while we're here. And that's it. Now put your hands down, your arms down, and see how far you can move your head. It's going to freak you out. What is your range of motion now? What?
Yeah.
Definitely a little bit better. My neck is always really tight, though. I think I hold a lot
Yeah.
there.
Yes. And that's why I felt the need to do that, because I feel like it's animal husbandry. You can talk to your body the way you talk to the animals.
Yeah, I
And
just figured
ask
to do
it. Yeah, ask it what it needs, because I feel like what it's looking for, well, here's what I'm hearing in my head. Your body is like a rescue animal. You need that decompression time. You need decompression time, and decompression time, what does that really mean? That means that you have to allow people to help you.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to say that.
It's like I want to take your shirt and go like actually let them freaking help you, and sit in that and try to not feel guilty about that, because I feel like it's trauma crunked up in you, and working with animals and having compassion fatigue. I mean, this is why the animals that I've had former fighting dogs for 30 years.
So,
And yeah. And so, and now if you Google my name, anything, Pitbull, Cinimon, Los Angeles, it's boom. I mean, I won best trainer in 1999 because I just like constant 20 dogs at a time in my house, aggression expert. Like, it's a lot.
you were even more gung-ho than I was. I thought me having 2 aggressive dogs in the
Oh,
house at once.
I would have 20. But my friend was Tia of Pitbulls and Parolees.
Oh.
Right, so I was on her show. A lot of people find me from being on Pitbulls and Parolees with my dog Crawfish here, because I got Crawfish from her. So I fostered 9 zillion dogs for her. But and Presa Canario, Cane Corso, Italian, Mastiffs, like you name it, and they were all highly aggressive. So if I made a mistake, there was death. So I could never ever make a mistake, and I did not with clients' dogs. But that fucks you up. And so you're so tight all the time, and you're moving around life like this, like, what's wrong? I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. No, you're not. So it's how do you let it all out? It's allowing people to help you, and being nice to yourself. She laughs. You see, that triggered her, everybody. She's like,
Oh, that thing. That thing.
The only reason I see it in you is because it's me too.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
offer,
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll offer just a quick reset, just daily, or when something comes up that it just feels like it's knocking you down. You don't know how to pick yourself up. And it's just like, because man, when those things come up, it's hard. It's exhausting. You don't know what to do. You're not sleeping at night. When you do, other things are coming up. It's restless. I so get it. But if you remember a couple of things, just give me a minute, and I know you're going to run with it anyway. First of all, remember the light always wins. So know the intention of your heart and your love. The light always wins. The light always wins. So carry that torch of the queenship that you carry through life. And in that, and this mantra, if it'll help you, and I don't know how religious you are, you don't have to be religious, but it seems very biblical, if you will. But
That's okay.
If God's with me, nothing can be against me.
My brother's very religious, and he said things like that to us.
If God is with me, nothing can be against me. And just feel into the truth, the undeniable truth of that. So the landlord's kicking me out. I'm losing my job. As God's with me, nothing can be against me. I'm being redirected.
Oh, for sure.
God's with me.
Oh,
Your children are being redirected. Source is guiding them. Source is guiding your puppies in the rescue, and you will be at the right place at the right time, as long as you remember that flame in your heart, the truth of your being, the love of your intention. And from there.
And can I say something practical?
Please go. It's all yours. Yeah.
Practicality states, in 2020, my entire life went to my favorite drag queen name ever is Helena Handbasket. How can you have a better drag queen name than that? My entire life went to Helena Handbasket in 2020. And so I broke up with my entire life. And I stopped doing anything with animals because I'm a behaviorist. I am an expert at this, but I had to let it go. I have complex PTSD. And so I was led to literally let go of all my friends, let go of Los Angeles, let go of everything that I've done and built. I built this whole business. You know, I had my business started in 1999 with this animal behavior stuff. And I let it all go because I have complex PTSD. And so I got guided to move up here. We moved up here. My landlord, when we first moved up, was a slumlord. He took me to court. Like, it was a freaking nightmare. Like, my car broke down on the freaking freeway. I mean, truly, like, and when we moved up here, it was the hottest day. This 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years. It was like the hottest day. We're in the car with the freaking Doberman in the back seat, this dog in a crate in the way back so they wouldn't kill each other. And I mop, you know, because I can't afford to get the person to clean the old house that we're moving from. So I had to freaking do it with the dogs and crates and rotate and like, oh my God, and suitcases. And we were stuck on the freeway. And it was like my car said 115 degrees or something. The air conditioner went out in my car. Like, oh my God, really? Can you just give me a break? Because before that, we had lived in a house with crazy people, with that bad shit crazy lady who unscrewed the porch light. They were nuts. Like, anytime a dog whined, they would all text me, what's happening? So believe me when I say, I'm saying all this because I know exactly where you are. And the beautiful part is that when it goes to shit, this is a brilliant sign. Because everything is balanced, right? So the shittiest that it is right now, can you even fathom that it's going to be equally as fan-freaking-tastic for you? Like, no joke. It's going to be so amazing. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Because all you have to do is keep going. That's all you got to do.
As you're speaking, and Natalie, when you smile, oh my God, it's like this energy is like, whoomp.
Who do,
Seriously.
me or Allie?
Allie, you're a whole nother beast. You're a whole nother energy.
No lie detected, y'all. No lie detected. Yeah, I know. And I think you're right, John. And I think that that's another thing too. It's a step into your power. Surrender all this horse shittery. You don't need all that shit. That place was poopy. It was a dump. You don't need to live there anyway. Let that nasty old dude. And a what?
I've wanted to leave this house for a really long time. I didn't want to be here anymore anyway.
So listen to the whispers before they become shouts.
Yeah,
I think it's that simple.
Awesome.
You got this. Good shit's coming. It's going to be 7 months or less. It's all good. Power
It
through.
makes me feel so much better.
Yeah,
I just
7
keep
months or
thinking,
less.
like, it's been such a long 8 years, and I've just kept going, and I don't know if I can keep going for another 8 years.
Oh, no. It won't be that long. I really, really, really feel that big time. And I'm sure everybody feels that. Like, it's not going to be another 8 years for you with that. I hear, see all the heads nodding, like everybody feels that.
I want to give a testimonial for Cinimon as we're wrapping up today's call, because we are about to wrap up. Allie, blessings to you, by the way.
You got this.
Have that smile. Carry that energy of the smile. I'm telling you, it is potent. Tap into that positivity. Amazing. Quite a while back, it was around January, December of last year.
Yeah.
Called out, and there's like this issue that was happening around community here, and all this confusion, and one person causing a lot of havoc. It's like, Cinimon, what's going on? Why is this in my realm right now? And in this, she goes, oh, don't worry, let her go, and all that. And I was dying. She goes, but she's going to reveal herself in 3 months, and you'll see that the people that are like taking her side or interpreting things, and like they're going to look at her and go, wow, it was her and not anybody else. She's the one causing the havoc. And sure enough, within 3 months, it's like, wow, it's such a shift of energy. Wow, she did this to me. Wow, but it was like, and I wasn't even defending. It was just a weird scenario, but you called the timing and the situation of it so
Y'all.
accurately, so precisely. And it was like, no, she's going to reveal who she is, and no one's going to pay attention. She's going to lose all the credibility that she's built out based on lies. And that's exactly what happened. It was amazing.
Y'all, maybe I'm psychic.
I thought it.
That shit ain't real.
I thought it was
No.
crawfish that was psychic. I thought maybe you were just
It's
interpreting.
just crawfish. We're gonna blame it on crawfish. And y'all, I don't ever remember anything that I say in a reading. I don't
Yeah.
remember a dadgum
A
thing.
testimonial
But
of something that actually occurred for my reading.
thank you. And it's gonna get better in stages, Allie, for real.
Yeah.
It's already gonna start getting better because I feel like that house you were in was really oppressive. And here's the thing. Here's what they're sticking in my head. It's been so heavy energetically for so long, you thought that's normal.
It's the frog in the boiling water, right?
Yes, it's
Well,
not
I was born
normal.
in a happy family. My parents were, my parents love me very much, but they didn't have the information. My mom comes from a long line of pedophiles, and she didn't have the information she needed to keep me safe.
Yeah.
So it's just been kind of a
Yeah.
that.
Well, repair. You've been repairing, healing, repairing.
That's what
And
my
so,
life has felt like my whole adult life.
and
It's
I
just been
feel
working.
like what you're feeling right now is scared because you don't have to do any more repairing. Where
Mm.
does that
I
leave
don't-
you?
I had that thought the other day that it was scary that like my ex-husband is gone and being he's made himself the victim in our story when he very much was
God.
not.
Yeah.
And having him gone and knowing that knowing that I don't ever have to be in pain and get in trouble for being in pain anymore scared the crap out of me the other day because I was like, well, what
Yes.
if it's
Because
that is so silly. What do you mean? What if
here's
it's
the
boring?
thing.
What if
Because
it's
I have
boring?
chills. Here's the thing, because you and I are living through the same moment. What if no one depletes you? What? What if there's no one around you who's sucking the life out of you? What if that is no longer how life works? What if people give to you? What? Oh my God. I don't even know what that's like. I'm learning how.
Well, without agenda, Cinema.
Yes.
Without agenda.
Which is what I do, which I've always done. But I
Right.
always thought I am here of service for others. I don't get to receive anything. That's not why I'm here. I had no idea that it would break my body and my life because it's an infinity symbol. You give, receive. And if you don't receive, you jack it all up. Like I'm screwing it all up. But I feel like that's where you are. All of this nonsensical thing, all these things are being taken away for a reason because your time of suffering is complete. It's just done. And now you can see somebody from a mile away and you say, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Allie, come back and listen to the replay. We have the replays
Yeah.
that come up all the time, and come listen to us a few times, not just once of this, and let it soak in. The replay you'll be able to find at beyondtheordinaryshow.com/replay. And we'll send an email link with that out also.
I watch this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
You'll
it'll
be
come
able
out
to watch-
tomorrow or something, doesn't it? It has to process or
It'll
whatever.
be
I
out in a
think.
couple of hours.
Look at that fanciness.
I can
Bing,
listen,
click,
come to the
go.
website and find it there. So blessings to you, Allie.
You got this. I'm excited for you.
Totally got it. Amazing. Y'all, the special offer with Cinimon. Have your reading, go through the recordings, get the transmissions. Thank you, Cinimon, for the generosity of opening up more spaces for readings.
Can I say one more thing and then I swear I'm done? If you're miserable, y'all, be grateful for your misery. Because
I love
the
that.
amount of misery that you're in is in direct correlation with how much you've grown. Done.
What if we're happy?
Oh my God, I don't know how to handle that. What are you kidding me?
That's a question for someone more professional than Cinimon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. That's fancy business right there. I don't know about that. But it's time for joy and laughter, y'all.
If you're
For
happy,
sure.
hang out with Cinimon and me even more.
Yay! Thanks y'all so much, and thank you,
It's
John,
so
for
wonderful.
letting me
Thank
be
you for
here.
coming on.
I'm always so grateful to get to be here, and I'm just grateful for all of you. Thank you so much
So
for hearing
fun,
me
yeah.
run my mouth for an hour
Thank
and
you.
a half.
It's been a lot of fun. Again, y'all, I
Thank
love y'all so
you.
much. Just
Love everybody.
namaste to each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, God is with you. Nothing can be against you.
I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so
Y'all
much,
take care.
John.
Bye-bye.
Bye.